Common sense in this bitch, aka Dorian with 3 eyes, the soul of Andromeda. And like I said in my last video, this is about spiritual warfare. Shit gonna get deep on this side of YouTube, so be prepared for it. It's a whole nother force in this bitch. And like I said, this is about spiritual warfare. Now before we even go deep into that, what is spiritual warfare? What is spirit? Spirit goes beyond words, goes beyond limitations, goes beyond boundaries. So you can see why so many people struggle with trying to understand spirit or describe spirit or believe that they have one. But that's all neither here nor there. The point is that, for the long story short, your spirit is your space that you create from, that represents you, you know what I'm saying, as an entity here in this, plane of existence. Now your spirit, like I said before, your spirit is limitless. So when it comes down to spiritual warfare is all about placing limits on your spirit, placing limits on your space, the space that you create from in this plane of existence. Now, too long I've seen people place so much value on other people's thoughts, other people's opinions, other people's perspectives. Too often do I see people give so much value in everything other than their own perspective. See what I'm saying? Now, I personally, one man's point of view, I personally believe that's one of the biggest problems in the world. I feel like that's where the source of majority of our problems, on an individual level and on a global human scale. The source of our problems comes from us not knowing ourselves, not willing to accept those hidden truths of ourselves, us running away from ourselves. I feel like that's the problem. It's not even so much so that knowing yourself is a problem, because right now there's a global shift. If you understand what I'm talking about, you're in the right place. This is the right channel for you. But there's a global shift right now where the consciousness, awareness is raising. The frequencies are raising. And now people are becoming more in tune with themselves. They are starting to know themselves. You know what I'm saying? So we are progressing. Problem is, it doesn't stop there. It's more than just knowing yourself. Because now once you know yourself, you have to actually accept what's there in front of you. You have to accept who you are. You have to accept, your flaws. You have to accept the limitations that you come here with. You know what I'm saying? I know I said before that the spirit is limitless. You are limitless. But this is a limited realm. This is a limited, like just, that's gravity. You know what I'm saying? That's a limitation. That's a rule. That's a boundary. This is the plane of limitations. So that's where, your spirit being infinite, being limitless, now that you're in this body of limitation, you struggle a lot of times internally with accepting those human sides of you, these physical traits that you have that make you limited. You know what I'm saying? Like me, you know what I'm saying? Black man in America. That comes with its limitations right there. There's absolutely nothing I can fucking do about that other than play the game, other than play the cards that I was dealt. You know what I'm saying? That comes down to perspective. That's a whole different conversation. But really it's not. That's what I'm talking about. That's what this whole shit is. This is what this whole shit is about. You understand? The way that they do this spiritual warfare, the way they place these limitations on your spirit, which is limitless, is by attacking your perspective, attacking your awareness, attacking the way you see reality. You understand what I'm saying? And that's where more seeds of doubt could kick in. You know, it's already hard enough that we're fighting with our own internal battles, trying to understand our limitations, knowing that deep down we are limitless. But then on top of that, we have things from the outside world and in the media and, you know, the government structures and all this shit placing even more limitations on our individuality. You can't tell me this isn't spiritual warfare. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to get the fuck out of here right now. Yeah, like I said, time is now to start becoming aware of the traps that have been placed on you. It's time to wake up, open your eyes, and see this box that you've been put in, that you've been living in, that they want to keep you in. And at the same time, it's about understanding the reality of everything. You know, I'm speaking real spiritual right now, but a lot of people in the spiritual community go overboard with this shit, and they start to forget reality. And there, like I said before, multiple times already, there are limitations in this physical world. Don't forget that. Yes, you are limitless, but you are limited here. You know, where things are hard and 3D and tangible, you're limited here to a certain degree. To a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? We figured out how to do a lot of shit. We figured out how to fucking fly and shit. You know what I'm saying? We figured out how to make videos and talk to people across the world, but to a certain degree, it's still limited. So you have to know how to play the game. You have to know how to use those limitations. Because here's the thing. Here's the thing about spiritual warfare and all this shit. If you don't place limitations on places and situations and everything, people, places, and things. If you don't place limitations and boundaries on people, places, and things, then limitations and boundaries will be placed on you by people, places, and things. Let me repeat. If you don't place limitations on people, places, and things, then people, places, and things will put limitations on you. That's how the game goes. So coming down to this whole perspective shit, right? And this gets deep. I'm probably going to need even more videos just expressing this one concept alone. But going back to what I'm saying, right? About the whole spiritual awareness. Spiritual awareness. My fault. I'm high as fuck right now. Second L. Limitations. Yeah, the limitations, right? You gotta place them on people's perspectives. You gotta set up boundaries on people's opinions. You know what I'm saying? People's personal judgments on who you are and what you do and how things look from you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta place restrictions. You gotta place limitations on that shit. Otherwise, it's going to do it to you. Otherwise, it's going to restrict you. It's going to limit you. If you don't place limits on other people's opinions and perspectives, you're going to be so worried about how they feel, how they see things, what they think of you. And then now here you are changing who you actually are, trying to accommodate who you are, conforming yourself to this narrative that they want you to be instead of being your actual identity. You see what I'm saying? Now that's you having limitations placed on you from other people's perspectives. When you were supposed to do it the other way around. Fuck all that shit. You see what I'm saying? That's exactly why I'm doing this right now. I don't even get on camera. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a camera person. This is all new to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm still uncomfortable right now. But even I gotta do the shit. I can't get on here. That's another thing too, is I'm real with this shit. I'm not gonna get on here and just say some shit that I'm not living myself. I gotta jump out of the comfort zone. I gotta be the one, you know, to say that I took myself out of that box that I've been living in. Cause this isn't me. You know what I'm saying? This isn't something that I'm normally used to doing. But, you know, being an artist, especially being an artist, I have to be able to put myself out there. But being someone who has a message, who has a real perspective to add to, you know, to add to this conversation of spirituality and making things better for us, I have to put myself out there, you know? So I gotta face my own fears. I gotta face my own insecurities and do these videos. Even though, you know, I kind of don't want to, but I do want to, because I know this is what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? I gotta face my own insecurities and shit. That's this whole game. Again, on top of the fucking censorship that they place on you, the limitations that they place on you. They want to see you live to your full potential. They don't want you to see your full greatness. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to see that come into reality. That's exactly why they place limitations on you. That's exactly why they place, you know, that's exactly why they give you a perspective to believe in instead of allowing you to have your own perspective. You know what I'm saying? Because they know that your perspective is valuable. Your perspective is unique. Your perspective, if you really hold on to it and do something with that perspective, you can actually, you know, change the world. They know that. They don't want you to know that. They want you to just get their perspective. This is, like I said, spiritual warfare 101. We in this shit. We in this bitch and we finna end this shit. You feel me? I'm just ranting now. Maybe I will start getting comfortable, especially when I'm smoking. So I'm saying, you can't give a fuck. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm on here right now. Smoking and shit. Shirt off. Hot as hell, probably sweating on camera. I don't give a fuck. Didn't give a fuck how I look right now. It's about the message. It's about what I'm trying to get out. It's about what I'm really trying to express. You see what I'm saying? You just gotta jump and really hold on to your perspective. Understand that that shit is valuable. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm finna wrap this shit up soon. This is just a little scratch the surface part 2 of what I was saying earlier. But like I'm saying, like, don't hold on so much. I'm not saying it's not cool to value other people's perspective. I'm not saying that. Do that. You know what I'm saying? But not so much that you forget your own. That's the whole point. That's the whole message. It's even deeper than that. You know what I'm saying? I preach value your perspective all the time. I got a fucking podcast. 300 episodes so far right now. In this shit, always telling you, value your perspective. There's a reason for that. You know what I'm saying? But even deeper than that is like understanding, like, well, what do you see value in? Even when your perspective is fucked up, how can you see the value in that? You know what I'm saying? That's a whole different conversation, but again, that's where understanding these limitations, that's where you understand where these limitations come from and how they are placed on you and how they actually stop you from doing the things that you're supposed to be doing, whether it's your own perspective from your insecurities or whether it's the ones that's being placed on you trying to stop you from your real perspective. We in this bitch. Common sense. You gotta place limits on people's points of view. Because you go overboard, you ain't gonna have your own point of view. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna honor your own point of view. And that's how you get people who's always worried about everyone else's point of view instead of their own. That's how you get people who always know and worry about the latest trends, but never have anything of their own that they're truly passionate about. You need to place limits on how much you connect to other people's point of view. Otherwise, if you go overboard, you're going to be so worried about other people's point of view so much you forget your own. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly how you end up not honoring yourself, forgetting yourself, not knowing yourself. That's exactly how you get people who so worried about the latest trends, but never really have their own personal passions. Anything that they are personally passionate about. Something that they can hold on to. They only worry about what everyone else is holding on to in that moment. See what I'm saying? Versus someone who's truly passionate about something and having the trends circle around them. See what I'm saying? It's a different conversation, but most people, they don't know what to do. They just hop on board, hop on wave, because they don't know how to create their own wave. Matter of fact, again, like I said, it's not even that people don't know. It's that people don't want to do the shit. You know how to create your own wave. Have the courage to be disliked. See what I'm saying? You know that's the key. That's going to keep out all the people that you want to keep out in the first place. But yeah, I'm ranting. I know this shit's easier to say than done, but like I said, I'm going to go deeper in this. Just stick with me. Watch these videos.